the TST is, I'm not sure what part of Ottawa specifically it's located, but you just listen in the National Capital Region. Did you say, John, that you were using the Fox Tango 2900 radio?
That's right, I am. I'm at the ST 2900. Go ahead.
I've got the same one here in the vehicle. I've got the exact same model, and I've got the programming software that I program the local repeaters, and I'm sure TST is in mine. I just have to double check the tone, either through the software, but I don't believe I've ever really heard anybody on it. So maybe I don't have the tone programmed in correctly myself.
So I was listening to a couple of fellows talking tonight, and I could access the repeater. It was coming up about half failure, but nobody would answer me, and so I thought, well, I got the tone wrong. So finally, I looked it up on the internet, and I got what you had, 136.5. And because prior to that, I had 100 cycles in. So I put 136.5, and I still can't seem to, I can activate the repeater, but I can't seem to, nobody seems to hear me. So I got something wrong, I think, because I got all the other stuff working here, okay on the inward radio. Very nice little radio, by the way. I'm using an arrow, 4-element beam, which is pointing southwest right now. I have to do it manually. It's on about an 18-foot mast in the backyard. I have it against the shed in the backyard. So it's pointing about southwest right now. So I think that's about good, for most of the repeaters. Go ahead.
You're sounding a little bit scratchy there, but other than that, I heard no problem. I'll double check. I mean, well, the fact that you were able to key up the repeater, though, I thought if you didn't have the proper tone that you would be able to do it. So I'm not sure if there was nobody around or what, but I do know as well that the repeater directory in that, even though I've got the latest one for 2013-2014, can be still is still out of date with certain repeaters that I know that have been off the air for years. I guess they've just never been removed. TST, I believe I know the operator who sponsors that, and I think he's got another one. I think he's got more than one. I think he's got another one on the UHF side, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, John, I'm at my final destination there, but it's nice talking with you, and hopefully we do get the chance to talk again. I'm generally on this one here, VE3RIX, and so if I'm on and I'm monitoring or whatever, and I hear you in there, I'll give you another shout. But this is the one I normally stick around on. I do scan the others periodically, but this is my home base for now. But all the best, and enjoy the rest of the evening, and have a good one. VE3 Fox Victor. This is VA3RNT.
Okay, fine business, Mark. By the way, no, I can't key up the repeater. I did it one time, but I've done something now that I can't key it up. I brought my power up to 75 watts, and I think if I put the beam west, I'd probably be more on. I thought this repeater we were on was VE3TEL. You mentioned VE3RIX, and I just heard the CW identifier, and it said VE3TEL. Mark, go ahead.
You are correct. It is VE3TEL. It's because it's the club website. It's VE3RIX, so that's what I have programmed in. I should probably change that, but just with so many different frequencies I have programmed in, I just use the alphanumeric. If you want, though, John, give me a minute. I'll go inside and I'll fire up the base, and I'll be back on in about 2 minutes. Less than a minute actually. Now that you increased the output, you're clear as a bell. Just give me a moment there, John, and I'll be right back. V3 Fox Victor, VA3RNT.
Okay, Mark, I'm going to go out and turn the antenna west. I think that'll be better. And while you're doing that, I'll go out and do that.
Sounds good. We'll talk in a bit. VA3RNT. V3 Fox Victor, this is VA3RNT. V3 Fox Victor, this is VA3RNT.
Yeah, VA3RNT, V3. I put the beam west.
Perfect. No issues at all with the transmission clarity. Clear as a bell. Okay, I looked in what I had it programmed in on the base radio here, and it is 136.5. That's what I have programmed in. I'm not sure if it requires both the tone encode and the decode. It might just be one and not the other, but I'm also going to try and double check using the web here whether there's if there's an updated tone, whether it's listed anywhere.
Yeah, okay, fine, Mark. I appreciate that. It'd be kind of nice to be able to activate that repeater, seeing it in Ottawa. I could hear it, but I couldn't, nobody could hear me. Now I can't even activate it, so I've done something wrong. So I'll have to go back and start from scratch again and program it in and bring it up to VFO and the whole thing and go through the whole shebang again. But I thought I had it right, but anyway, it's a challenge. You know, I've been on the air since 1961, and you think I'd be a little smarter than I am, but this equipment is a lot newer than what I used to use back then. Go ahead.
Everything now is hidden behind a lot of menus, or it's very much software driven. And on even the newer radios, you have touchscreen capability and everything else. Literally unbelievable how things have changed. I've been licensed since the mid to late 90s, and my first ever radio was the 847, and I just recently acquired the 2900 for the mobile. And so when you said 2900, I said, oh, geez, okay. And I was asking if you had any issues with yours or not. Mine's working perfect there. But the programming software makes entering and adding and removing frequencies easy as pie. But again, I can program what I have my radio program based on the local club websites and what they list for the area repeaters, coupled with the repeater directory. But I know there have been a few cases where I haven't been able to either key up the repeater or listen to a conversation or listen to a transmission just because the tone has been incorrect, or it's just encode and not to the decode or something. And so I've been trying to more or less go back and change it as I encounter the ones that aren't entered properly, and then I update it on the software, and then I eventually download the software back to the radio.
Yeah, I've yet to get into that yet, Mark. The actual software bit, but I guess that'll come eventually. But anyway, for now, I'm still getting used to this radio. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And I've never had any problems with this radio, Mark. I bought it back in February, and I'm mainly on HF. I don't go on 2 meters up much, but I'm getting more interested in 2 now, as the HF bands are pretty poor. I have an inverted V dipole up here for all the HF bands with open wire line going through it, and I have that going through a Drake tuner, an MN2000. If you bring me up on QRZ.com, you'll see the station. I used to have a tower and beam, but I took that down. I was having all kinds of issues with neighbors, and I thought to myself, well, to keep the peace and have some peace for myself, I'll just take it down. I had it up for 10 years, so I had my fun with it. It was a 60-foot Trilon, or a 68-foot Trilon, with a TA33 senior beam on it. So I took it down, and now I can still run 500 watts sideband, and nobody calls me, nobody raps at the door. Isn't that strange?
I currently just I operate the higher side of HF, so the 10, 12, 15, and 17. Unfortunately, for the time being, I don't have an antenna that'll do 20 and below as of yet. But hopefully that'll change. But I'm basically in the same boat that you are, in the sense that, you know, if I go and put up a tower, guaranteed I'd have have the neighbors knocking on my door whenever they experience something with their TV or their radio and whatnot. Not only that, but any as well complaints just for the aesthetic value. So I've got to more or less use a dipole of some sort to be able to disguise it a little bit better and keep the peace with everybody, because that is important. And I mean, I know there are ways of getting on the air without the tower and everything else. But yeah, I've got you on QRZ there now, and yeah, that's quite the equipment you got there. But anyway, back to you there, John. V3FE. This is VA3RND.
Okay, fine, Mark. Yeah, well, this is really a good part of the hobby, is keeping the peace. And I've had towers up most of my operating experience, but I had one up here since 1985. I moved here, and then I took the little tower down. It was a 48-footer. I should have left it alone, and I always wanted a freestanding tower. So I put it right in the middle of the backyard. The Trilon, 68 foot, and I had it here. It wasn't so much it was the fact that and when I took the tower down, everything was just fine. I can still run high power. I never did run it much, but occasionally. I have a Ameritron AL 811H amplifier here. And if I can get away with 100 watts or less, I'll use it. And sometimes, you know, you're losing the end of the conversation and you want to finish it up, so you just put on the linear. And even at that, I would never run it full. I've done it about 450 or so. But anyway, I'm having no problem now, and everything is fine. But the thing is, I can't, you know, beam out west. I can't beam out to Europe like I used to be able to. But what the heck? I've had my fun with it, and it's gone now, and I'm not putting another one up, and everything is working good. And I'm getting out quite well with that inverted V. It's up at 40 feet at the peak, and the ends come down to about 20 feet off the ground. And it's barely, you know, I'm using that ladder line that you get from MSJ there. I've forgotten the name of it now. But anyway, it's about an inch and a quarter or so. And you can probably see it in the picture that you got up on Curry's Edge there with me. So anyway, Mark, I won't keep it. I'm going to go upstairs and see what's happening. I've been down here quite a while playing with this 2-meter rig. So thank you very much for coming back to me and giving me eventually now that I know the phone is about 36.5. So we'll try and program it all. So Mark, again, I'll look for the contact.
V3FB, this is VE3RNT. Yeah, John, I got the majority of your transmission. I did get the scratch again, but I did make out most of what you were saying there. Yeah, I do see the ladder line. I was gonna ask you how tall or how high you had it up. I noticed that you have some mast attached to the side of the house, as well as I was gonna ask you about the vertical you have in the picture that you have ground mounted. Yeah, that's I've got a lot of questions, but no, if you're in a hurry there, I'll let you go. I have to actually I go for my daily walk. I think it's a good exercise there. But any other if you're available, if you're on the air again tomorrow night, I can definitely look you up again if you're on the repeater on the side here. V3FB, this is VA3RNT.
25 watts. 30 watts should definitely do it, but that's in the wrong direction. Anyway, this is all new to me, 2-meter beams. All my career I've been with Mosley, and I've been playing with HF beams, so this is the first time I've ever had a 2-meter beam. So they might be a lot more narrower, you know, to point as opposed to an HF beam. Anyway, I'll figure all this out eventually, Mark. Thanks a lot. All the best. And yeah, I'm going to look upstairs and see what's happening. I've been down here quite a long time, and I don't want to get that way on it. All the best, Mark. Thanks. And we'll probably see you on tomorrow night. VA3RNT. Thanks again, V3 Fox Victor.
From John, anytime. You have yourself a good night or the rest of the evening. V3FB, this is VA3RNT. Clear. Have a good night.
Have a good night. This is V3FB in Orleans. Anyone around?
This is VA3RNT.
VA3RNT. Thank you for the call. My name is John. I'm in Orleans. And I'm just wondering, 147 or 146,700, is that TST repeater? Is that the one in Ottawa? And if it is, what would be the tone? I can get the repeater up, but I can't seem to get a contact on it. This is V3 Fox Victor.
Sorry, you were asking whether or not this repeater, TST, is the Ottawa one? Sorry, I didn't get part of your part of the transmission and the rest of your call sign. This is VA3RNT.
Okay, fine. VA3RNT, VE3 Fox Victor. My name is John. Now, what I'm asking is the frequency of TST, I think, is 146,700. And what I'm asking, I'm wondering what the tone is to be able to access that repeater. I seem to be able to get the repeater up, but nobody seems to hear me. So I think I don't have the proper tone. I wonder, do you know? Go ahead.
V3 Foxtrot Victor. This is VA3RNT. John, nice to meet you. The name here is Mark. V3TST. Hold on one moment, and I can look that up for you in the repeater directory, and I can try and find out that tone. Just give me a moment here.
Okay, fine, Mark. I was looking it up on the internet, but I got 136.5 which I don't think is right because it's not working.
Okay, hold on, I'm just looking in the repeater directory there. I believe I have that one programmed into the radio, but because of the hidden menu settings and everything else there, and the fact that I am mobile, I have to look in the directory there. Hold, stand by one moment.
Okay, Mark, thanks.
VE3 Fox Victor, this is VE3RNT. John, it shows 136.5 for the VE3 TST, and it is 146.700 with a negative input. The TST is, I'm not sure what part of Ottawa specifically it's located, but it is listed in the National Capital Region. Did you say, John, that you were using the Fox Tango 2900 radio?
That's right, I own the ST 2900, go ahead.
I've got the same one here in the vehicle. I've got the exact same model, and I've got the programming software that I program the local repeaters, and I'm sure TST is in mine. I just have to double check the tone, either through the software, but I don't believe I've ever... VE3RNT mobile monitoring.
Let's go and do the discs before you even get the first all done. It all, you're trying to figure out how to get it to do discs. That's the fun part because they've got it hid somewhere and I can't find it.
Yeah, don't like that. They should be giving you original CDs. Do that just to save a few bucks.
Yeah, I know. That's the way it is. So that's why I built my own. I don't have to put up with that Felger snark.
Well, let's go to the mosey upstairs. That accommodates. A V3, that's Kate.
You know, these are forbidden. In the background while I beat this thing into submission. V3 doesn't make coffee, but it's got so many bells and whistles on the thing that you could turn it into a pursuit radio because they give you a siren as well.
They give you a siren?
So you can bump whatever you want out over the thing. It's hysterical. And the faceplate comes off and it can be put somewhere else. There's a joining cable for it and all kinds of stuff. It's really strange.
Oh, that's even better. You got a separation kit, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, okay, that'll be cool. I gotta hear that siren, though.
It's easy. Turn on the PA, go beat up, beat up.
As long as it doesn't sound like Steve getting beaten up, we good.
You know, that's the sound of falling tears.
At least I don't smell like fish there, right?
Are you sure? You sure you're not planning a fish? Or not any longer?
No, I don't need that anymore. I already got my sweetie fish. She comes over all the time. She likes swimming.
There you go.
Ready for the wedding and all that. While I chit-chat this weekend.
Yeah, she's thinking and thinking and rethinking and
I'm laughing at the idiot. Pretty remote. I'm sitting, Hi, I'm in the car here. See me, but I can see you with the binocs. Got your picture, too.
Don't forget, Steve, when you sign the lines, there's a little phrase above it in very large print, so you don't miss it. It's the old Stalin song. No, what's mine is mine, and what's yours is mine. And that's where her signature is, and used underneath saying, I agree.
And besides her name, unquote, my money is not yours.
You lose.
Of this Rebo box, especially operating mobile. Hey, it's fantastic, Ray. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, I'm here. Just Metcalf here, so I gotta get on the other side of the light so I can pick up the repeater properly and whatnot. I don't know what it must be that tower right at the corner there that's giving off all that noise.
It's like those two towers on the way up to the Briar. Get between them and you get lots of noise.
Well, yeah, this one here is just like static in the air. It cuts off the receive for some reason. The other one by my place there, it's just phenomenal, man. It's just takes over the radio, period. I got no receive when I go by that one.
Is it a commercial outfit?
Yeah, there's a number of paging systems, OPP, ambulance, everything's in there. It comes through the radio there. The intermod is just phenomenal. I can actually sit there and listen to all of their conversations. The problem is it drives you mad.
Hey, Ray, it's kind of funny. You're walking right over this stupid idiot.
You notice, Steve, I just ignore. There's no point. It'll go away.
Yeah, I know. I just find it funny. You're no...
I wonder what we're going to have for supper tonight.
Oh, there you go. You're having pits and dogs.
I don't know. I don't know what to eat anymore. Tired of eating kind of like, well, it's not the same stuff, but it seems to be the same thing, you know?
I'll be having hot dogs.
No, I don't think so, Steve. Jeez, there's hardly no traffic on the road here today. I don't know what it is. Monday mornings lately, and on the way back, dead, no traffic.
Well, I saw a bus today, so school's not out yet.
School is out. It's 4:15.
I mean, for the holidays.
Oh, no, I got like 3 weeks to go, something like that. High school students are only done at the end of the month, I think.
VE3KLJ, VE3RZY. In there, Larry.
Larry, key up. Bob's hungry. Hurry up. Some Chinese food.
What we call up there, Bob? Tell them you'll be waiting and eat your bite.
Not hardly. I had a little bit of a late lunch today, so I'm not in the mood for food. Our writers group had our end of season potluck, so there was lots of food and stuff around. Nice stuff too. Wow.
How about that? You're making Ray more hungry.
I had a bowl of soup with crackers at lunch. I'm hungry.
VE3RGC with VE3SKB. This is VE3RZY. Coming to you in raging 5 watts of FM power. Wow. Yeah, we just finished our regular classes for the writers group. And for the summer, we'll have just open readings from the different classes. We all come in, we throw in $1.50 to help pay for the room, and everybody from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday classes come in, and if we got something to present, we do. If we don't, we don't, but we have a good time.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. You're using that not an iPad, reader's pad or whatever it's called that I saw you with?
I don't got no iPad. I have a Kindle. That's just for reading. I do have a laptop, and that's what I have most of my stuff on. Make sure it's backed up on another hard drive and on little thummy drives, and check them every once in a while. I really get annoyed when things disappear, as have happened before. So make sure it's all backed up, and then I turn it around, print it out, put it in the binder. Make sure it doesn't get fried.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what you call that thing, but yeah, that's pretty good. I saw Bill today there, NJW, stopped by my office and gave me a little package. Very kind of him. Really greatly appreciated that. Hopefully it'll work out the way it's supposed to, and things will go 100%. But that was really good. Thanks, by the way, for the email, Steve.
You always play donut. No, just kidding.
A plain donut. Yeah, okay.
You buy the donuts, I'll buy the coffee for you.
Bill of coffee is what I gotta do.
Yeah, you buy Bill coffee, and I'll buy your coffee, and you're happy, I'm happy, and Bill's happy.
Yeah, but if I'm buying Bill a coffee and you're buying me a coffee, who's getting you the donut?
You are.
Oh, I see. Okay, what's more expensive, Bob, the coffee or the donut?
It depends on where you're buying them. Medium coffee. Well, let's put it this way. Medium coffee and 4 plain Timbits cost me $2.44. So take it from there.
For 4 little Timbits? Holy smokes.
That was with a medium coffee.
Yeah. Medium coffee's $1.60. They charge you 40 cents, so 10 cents a Timbit plus tax.
Yeah, well, you want it, you pay it. That's it.
Yeah, actually, it's a little more than 10 cents a Timbit. But yeah, wow. Jeez. You know, when you really sit down and look at it that way, you see where it gets very expensive. Ooh, there's a couple of big deers just run across the road here.
If you're quick, you got supper.
No, I'm far enough away. I just saw them from a distance. I hope there's no more coming out.
Hey, you know, if we keep this up, keep talking, maybe he'll end up breaking this radio. Ha ha, hee hee, ho ho.
Well, if you keep stopping, I'll be able to make out the first word he's trying to say.
Oh, it's obvious he can't spell.
They do Morse code.
Need dots and dits for that.
It would confuse his mind.
Geez, I'd hate to see what would happen if he ended up using a viberplex.
He'll end up in the Royal.
So many dits, he might as well call them dashes and just use it as a regular carrier to put his voice on, but, you know, that's too simple.
He's found why he can't talk.
How much the gas is here? 121.8. That's pretty good.
Well, it's better than around here.
Yeah, what is it, 126 or something up there?
Around that, depending on where you are, it's between 125 something and 126 something.
Amazing, eh? Price of fuel is just unbelievable.
The Antrim truck stop's usually a bit cheaper, but it's too far to go just to make it worthwhile.
Well, unless you go out for supper, you make it worth the trip. It's not so bad. It's nice out that way.
Up around that town that's got the fence around it, eh?
Yeah, I know. It keeps my daughter within.
Yeah. Trespassers will be either shot, eaten, boiled, or whatever.
Well, I don't see much of her because she's too far away. I told her, I said, listen, I visit you so many times a year. I've exceeded that amount now. It's your turn.
How long was she chuckling?
Oh, a little bit. It's an hour and a half, almost 2 hours from my place to hers.
Hey, you might as well go down to Kingston and meet halfway.
Yeah, I know. You don't think it's that far, but it is. From Armprior to my place, yes. Almost 2 hour drive.
Suppose that's using the recognized cross-country cuts.
Yeah. 43, 31, 43, 416, and 417. It's the shortest route there is.
What are you complaining about there, Ray? It's more like an hour and 15 minutes for you.
Steve, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea. Google it. Do a Google map search or MapQuest. It'll tell you how long it takes to get there.
Oh, I know. You got a heavy foot, though. You fly.
Oh, if I have to, I can. But I do it a little quicker. But it's about a 2 hour drive, man.
I don't know why you go up through the 417, cut across Trial Hill Road. It takes you right up there. Saves a half an hour.
Take Dwyer Hill Road from where, Steve?
The other side of the river here in Kempsville.
So if I took Dwyer Hill Road instead of 416 to 417, you're telling me it's shorter.
Yep.
By how much?
Well, time-wise, saves you 30 minutes.
I save 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. My sister takes it all the time to go up to her cottage.
That's a dangerous road. That's a 2-lane road. What speed limit there? 80 km?
Yep.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe it saved 30 minutes.
That's what she'll tell you.
Dwyer Hill will take it Armprior.
Right up there, cuts right across halfway.
Well, considering she's driving an Interceptor with, the pedal tied down, I mean, I can understand saving a half an hour.
Now she drives an F-14.
Well, anyways, I think I've gone enough times. It's her turn to come pay a visit.
Larry, wakey.
I guess I'm losing the repeater here, guys.
Is you really?
They're finding.
Please use 73, same to you, Steve, because I can't hear you anymore. Repeater's in and out. So, take care. Enjoyed the chat. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later, guys. The 3 RGC mobile will be clear.
Yeah, you know where to be. V3 SKP.
Okay, Ray. Take care of yourself. Regards to the missus. and give the dog a scratch. Talk to you later. VE3RZY. Any activity on 10 today, Ray? Or, Steve?
No, but 17's open when you get home. V3 escape.
Okie dokie. VE3RZY. VE3RZY.
I'm with it, Rob. A V3 escape.
I'm waking up.
Doing these stretch on.
Just waking up, working on something gotta get fixed today, so I'm just trying to get it done.
You fix it.
Almost a little desktop computer that needs to have the operating system wiped.
That's a little thing. It'll fix you.
It's a little thingy boo that it's gonna be used for something. We used to run a printer, but the operating system's the wrong one, so gotta wipe it, put something else in.
Do you need some printers? I got a couple in the garage.
No, not that. It's gonna be used to run a special printer, just that printer, for printing large formats. The software doesn't work with this operating system, so I'll have to put a new one in.
Yeah, but they need some. Couple up there looking to get rid of.
They're old dot matrix. Most places that still use them, like automotive shops, probably would take them because they can't get parts for them anymore. That's what they use to make those nice big printouts of worksheets.
This is your standard color printer. They're HP and I think they're actually both maybe one's Lexmark.
Thing with the old printers now is getting the parts for them or getting the ink or in some cases the ribbons.
You can buy a new one today for $49.95.
I know some of them, that's just the cost of the black ink cartridge. Fortunately, before I wipe this thing out, I want to make a backup of what's in it so that when it's wiped out, it ever gets sold, then it can be put back the way it was. That's the fun part, trying to get it to do that. They don't make it easy. Like you're taking it this way. What if I want it the other way? Tough.
You do what you can.
It's only furniture until you put something on that makes it look pretty. That's the thing, you got to put something on that makes it look pretty. But if you ever get rid of it, you want to put it back the way it was, take your stuff off. That's the fun part. Now most modern computers you buy in a store, they don't come with discs. You have to make it yourself. Some of them make it more pain in the neck to do that. And others you turn them on, they go, you're going to need this to do this. Let's go. And do the discs before you even get the first all. This one's all trying to figure out how to get it to do this. That's the fun part because they've got it hid somewhere and I can't find it.
Yeah. Don't like that. They should be giving you original CDs. Do that just to save you a few bucks.
E3RZY mobile listening.
3RGC mobile monitor.
Afternoon, Ray. E3RZY.
Hey, Bob. Good afternoon. How are you?
Oh, surviving. Was up late last night. Then I had to go out. Now I'm up here at the Richmond Nursery. Diane's in looking for a few plants.
Oh, Richmond Nursery. Okay. You're looking for some flats of flowers? Is that it?
Floundering flats of flowers. Something like that, yeah.
Now, you should take advantage of being out at that specific location and get a hold of a mutual friend of ours and buy supper. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, haven't heard of him yet. You're the first one I've heard other than that, whatever it was.
Oh, yes, okay. Well, I'm leaving early. I'm tired. I've had enough. I'm going home. Just turned the radio on.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I got up. We were up late last night. Got up earlier this morning to let the mud out. Now, all I want to do is go home and become unconscious.
Yeah, I didn't sleep too well. Well, I slept well, I guess. I don't know, tired. I don't know. Weather does help, I guess.
You were thinking about me all night, were you? Oh, V3 escaping.
No way, Zeke.
Oh, yeah. You're overdoing it, Ray. Time for vacation.
Yeah, that's coming very soon. Just got to decide what dates I want.
Bob.
Hello, Steve. I was going to say hi to you earlier, but I figured you wouldn't answer me.
Oh, I would have. Wasn't too far away. Just doing updates.
He wouldn't answer you, Bob. Why's that?
Oh, it seemed I used to sign on. I'd also add in, good afternoon, Steve, and how you know I was there? Now he tries to pretend that he wasn't there when I said hello, even though he was.
How do you still? How do you know I was there? I didn't see you.
You're always there.
Well, I wasn't here half an hour ago. I was out.
Well, you could be out, but you're a ham operator. You always got a radio attached to your belt or neck or whatever.
We don't want to...
Yeah. That's true in a way. What's your excuse, Ray?
Oh, well, I'd like to invite lonely people to participate in our conversation, even though it might be a little boring, but it'd be a lot better to push tones. don't be shy, said individual. Please, participate, join in, say hello. We won't bite you. I'm might shy. Back to you, Bob.
Yeah. Oh, well, what can you do? CRTC's slapping some restrictions on the cell phones, making them smarten up a little bit. So, how are they going to enforce it? That's going to be the trick.
What are they doing with the phones? Changing regulations?
Yeah. There's new regulations regarding returning cell phones. There's new regards to contracts. That you, after a certain length of time, you can cancel them without penalty and take your phone number with you to another provider. A number of things they've done or are doing that'll take effect sometime this year.
Yeah, I heard about that. With the following same phone number and whatnot. Yeah, a little more control on the monopoly that they have. But yeah, that might be a good thing.
It gives the user a little more control over what's going on rather than have them dictate to you. And you don't have any choice because you got a contract. So they won't be able to jack prices up every time you turn around.
Yeah, understood. I've had my personal cell phone for I don't know how many years. Same rate and everything else. They try to sell me a new phone and all the rest of it. Yeah, you got to get a new contract and all that stuff. I don't want anything to do with contracts.
Yeah, I just pay for usage. Go by a month or 2 months or a year. Leave it at that. I either use it or I don't, one or the other.
Yeah, well, I have a fixed monthly rate. X amount of minutes during the day, and evenings and weekends are free. They don't offer that anymore. Don't think, well, at least on some of the stuff. And I said to them, yeah, I'll take a new phone if you want to give it to me the same package, but they don't want to.
Looks like I have long distance with Rogers. They've been trying to get me to change that ever since I started it because they're losing money on it. Pardon me. They had a deal a number of years ago, $5 a month for long distance. And I think they have regretted that, not just because of me, but lots of people like myself said, hey, there's a good deal. So I'd be calling Hamilton and Stony Creek a lot during the month, and $5 was the charge. They were not too happy. I was always getting mailers and calls to change my package. You know, they're going to offer me this, that, and the other. I said, no, I'm happy with what I got. Leave me alone.
V3RZY, V3RGC Mobile. Yeah, no, you're right. Who was it? My Kudo or something like that. Have 2, 3, or 4 specific telephone numbers, regardless long distance or not, associated with your phone, and you don't pay any additional cost. You call any time, day or night or whatever it is. You pay this monthly fee, fixed rate for your telephone. I think it was like $60 a month or something like that, or $65 a month plus tax. I said, you call that a deal? I don't call that a deal compared to what I'm paying. But yeah, I don't know. Everything's so expensive nowadays. You're not really sure which way to go.
Yeah, there are times where it's just as soon park the cell up a well-known orifice and forget about them.
Well, we survived without them before, but now we can't seem to be doing without them. They're more than just telephones. They're everything and anything your heart desires. Camera, phone, apps, and all kinds of other jiggers, surfing internet. I mean, take a look around now. Most people have these earbuds in their ears, and they're playing on their iPad or whatever you want to call it, their telephone.
Well, I always thought it was a conspiracy. These outfits forced the city into saying you can no longer use smoke signals.
Yeah, I know. I guess they were trying to save some wood for something else, but gee whiz. But yeah, you look around now. On the streets, not paying attention to what's going on around them. They're so busy with that thing.
Oh, yeah. I nearly got T-boned by a woman that was yakking away on her cell the other day. She says had her eyeballs glued to it and just kept coming right through the intersection. And oh, boy, just missed.
Yeah, no, I know. I nearly got clobbered there right now by a dump truck. Going through the intersection. As I'm coming through the intersection, the light turns yellow and he starts pulling out. I had to go around to finish getting by him. Unbelievable.
Where are you at now?
Just made my left on Mitch Owens here. Finished out inbound on Mitch Owens. How's the Admiral?
Oh, getting by. She's still same problem she had to go away. And I don't know. The arthritis is getting both of us.
Well, the change in temperature and dampness and that doesn't help either, eh?
Yeah, well, I had thoughts of maybe hooking up a key to the transmitter at home, and the way my hands have been feeling lately, I'm beginning to wonder if that's such a good idea.
Yeah, understood. Did you ever get that other radio hooked up?
No, not yet. Too many things going on and feeling absolutely rotten. So, I will get to it when I get to it, and that's about it.
Well, did you ever key it up at all?
Yeah, I had it up here on VE3TEL at one time. But that's about it. Just, electronics and me right now has just become, like, go away, leave me alone type of thing. It's even hard trying to get some writing done. Don't know what's going on. Must be getting old or something. Either that or it's another conspiracy. There's somebody up.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, well, better days ahead, Bob. Better days ahead.
Well, I want to get back to my writing as well. I got too much to do at home at the moment. Trying to get rid of stuff. We got too much stuff. So the boss is saying this stuff has got to go. So that's got to go first. Make the place livable. I don't know, 3 or 4 ounces of plastic and a detonator ought to do that just, a whole lot faster.
Yeah, oh, well. Well, what can I say? Stephen, you're so quiet. Unusual. What's the matter?
Doing work here, that's all. It's not the game, doing other stuff. What can I say? Listening to Rambo. VE3 escaping.
Okay, that's fine, no problem. Oh, well. So we haven't heard from Larry. I heard Larry yesterday was on the radio, actually. Spoke to him for a few minutes there, Bob. I gather you weren't around. I assume you're on the baby, on the baby Kenny, as you would say?
Oh, yeah. Still on the baby Kenny. It's done a pretty good job. I can't complain about it. It's done well.
Still is.
Didn't mind a few more watts, but that's just the way it goes. You got 5 watts, you got 5 watts. You either hit it or you don't. One or the other.
Well, don't forget the field day's coming up. Together and put in that other radio. 5 watts, is it not?
Yeah, it does. I think it tops out at 50. I'm not sure. I don't imagine it goes much more than that because the draw on a motorcycle of that much would start being hard on the little batteries they have.
Yeah, well, get a nice day there, or even maybe before that, get together and we can take a few minutes and pop it in. I assume you've had the time to take a look at roughly where you want it and how you want it laid out.
And I almost have to put a box on the roof. There's not so much room in the little Focus. Somewhere on the dashboard, I guess, is about the only place it would go.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you had a specific place at the dash itself, or remove something to put it in or whatever. I haven't seen that radio, but I hear it's quite small.
Yeah, it is. It's a heavy little beggar for what it is, but it is small. Probably about, the baby Kenny, so it'd be about maybe twice or 2.5 times the size of the Kenny.
Okay, well that's all right then. That'd be good.
The thing with this is it's got so many bells and whistles, but still it doesn't make coffee. But it's got so many bells and whistles on the thing that you could turn it into a pursuit radio because it'd give you a siren as well.
They give you a siren?
So you can bump whatever you want out over the thing. It's hysterical. And the faceplate comes off and it can be put somewhere else. There's a joining cable for it and all kinds of stuff. It's really strange. VE3, RZY mobile listening. VE3TEL Repeater. VE3, RZY mobile, QRT. VE3, RZY mobile listening. VE3, RZY mobile listening. VE3TEL Repeater. VE3TEL VE3TEL Repeater. VE3TEL Repeater. VE3TEL Repeater. VE3TEL Repeater. VE3TEL Repeater.